it was around the first time when I started to think about Swedish Men in Black encounters, and I had just begun. This was a while ago, maybe 2 years ago or something. And I started to do some light research, see if I could find anything, and I was, it was going through my mind all the time. And I remember I ran down to the store and to do some shopping, and on my way home, a man passed me. I didn't see his face, but a man passed me, and I could sense that he was stopping behind me. I could literally sense his eyes in my neck, and I turn around and I noticed that this guy who was dressed in a dark jacket and a dark hood was standing still there at the street, just looking at me. And I felt okay. It was during daytime. I'm not worried in that way that it could be dangerous or something. So I just, okay, he thought I looked like you. I thought I looked like someone, or maybe he's a drug dealer. I've been asked several times here to ask to buy substances. So anyway, I ignored him and I walked up to the park in front of our house. And once again, I had this feeling that, he's behind me. And I look back and yes, he's coming behind me, maybe 20, 30 meters. And now I start to get a bit worried, actually. So I walk to the house and I turn around, and then I just see him standing on a very specific spot on this path through this little forest in the park, and just standing there looking at me. It's like from I Know What You Did Last Summer, basically, with the hoodie. And okay, so I hurry in, I lock the door. Everything is fine. I don't think about this for a day, maybe. So, the next day I'm sitting working in the living room, and I see that the cats they're focusing on something in the hallway. And I go out and look, and I see the door handle moving, like someone is trying to get inside. And I'm like, all right. So I look out the peephole, and I see this man. I recognize him. I recognize the clothes. I see him standing outside the door, and I even snap a photo to be safe through the peephole. Yeah. And I open the door and I ask, "So you're looking for someone?" I must have been crazy, I guess. And he says, "Luam or Loam." Luam. He pronounces Luam. And I said, "No, there's no Luam here," and close the door. And he continues to be outside the door for a while, and then he leaves. And then for a month, this man showed up outside our door in the stairs. He tried to get inside our apartment in the middle of the night. He rang the doorbell. I remember once at midnight. One evening, I was kind of chilling. I looked out the balcony, and I could see him standing outside the balcony looking up at our apartment, and I could see his white eyes, glittering in the darkness. And I told my partner, he's here again. And every time we met him, he asked for Luam. And this continued for like a month, basically. And then he disappeared again. So it was a mysterious man who behaved very bizarrely. I felt directly that it was some kind of connection to Men in Black because I was so focused on it at the moment. And a while later, I was thinking about this word or name, Luam. What is it? And I decided to check it with Alan H. Greenfield's The Secret Cipher of the UFOnauts. We're going to go to the occult route here.
Absolutely.
And the word Luam, it brought only sinister words like shadows or lurking, stuff like that. And I started to research the word Luam, and Luam is a different spelling for lam, I think, which is a kind of a soil. Lam is also the alien entity that Aleister Crowley
Right, right.
channel, yeah, a long time ago. So you see, you know this meme with this guy standing pulling strings between a note board, the conspiracy meme. That was me at the time, and I there was like this connection between Men in Black, Aleister Crowley, my fascination by Men in Black, of course. Everything kind of just came into one there. And then I realized that Men in Black basically has to do with paranoia, because it automatically creates paranoia. I mean, when we listen to people who have met Men in Black, all of them are in a state of paranoia. They don't trust anyone. They don't trust, of course, the mysterious men. They don't, they start connecting dots that might not even be there. And I can understand why that frightens people so much. On a different note, this led to another bizarre synchronicity, because that was a couple of months later, and a friend sent me a photo from Norway, and it was these big tracks in the snow, footprints. And I was joking, oh, it's troll. It's troll footprints. And yeah, we laughed about that. A couple of hours later, I got an email from an English production company who asked if they can use a photo I took once of a troll as a pareidolia effect. It's a troll. So, okay, weird, 2 troll things in one day. And in the evening, I'm out walking, and I'm coming to this exact spot out in the park where this man was standing. On that spot was a wooden troll, a carved wooden troll, this is standing on the exact same spot. So that's like, of course, now I sound mad. I realize that, but it's, when you start following the synchronicities around Men in Black, around the esoteric and UFOs, then you can disappear forever into the rabbit hole. And I still think about this guy. I still look for him. I still sometimes go and look through the people. Is he standing there today? Is he down in the basement? So yeah, it created some kind of paranoia that still holds on up until today, actually. So of course I had to dive into the subject of Swedish Men in Black even more, to kind of just make it come full circle, I guess.
Right.